it's Brian from Strong Tower Training, brain-based performance coach, and I'm back with our low back pain series and exercises for that. We're in part 4 of the series. We talked about some positions of safety, a little bit of why the eyes and the inner ear are super important. And so if you didn't catch those, you can go back, find part 1, 2, and 3 of the series. We did some good mobility work already for the low back. And today we're going to highlight a little bit more specifically on the visual system, why it matters for pain in the low back, but also just pain in general in the brain and body. And so we're going to do a convergence exercise today for our cranial nerve 3, and also that impacts on part of the brain, and the brainstem specifically called the midbrain, or mesencephalon is the fancy neuro term for it. So what I want you to try out today as a little range of motion testing. You could get into your position of safety that we've been using. Maybe it was feet in or straight or out, knees, specific position, bent or straight there, and change in pelvic tuck position if you needed that or found that it worked well for you. Then we're gonna go into a forward bend. So reaching forward, you can gauge here the range of motion and also specifically the pain-free range of motion. How far can you go without discomfort? And then also with a little bit of rotation, so I'm going to turn right and forward bend again, and then turn left and forward bend there as well. And so for me, it's a little bit less comfortable going to the right, feels just freer and smoother going to the left. So we might pick one of those ranges of motion that you want to improve. And our first eye exercise today, you can use your thumb for this. It's your always with you mobile training device for your eyes, or you could use like a pencil. So I have just a handy carpenter pencil with some letters on it. I'm gonna stand up nice and tall, and then specifically here, if you found right or left rotation was more uncomfortable, with this first exercise, we're gonna rotate away from that position, and then we're gonna do what's called a pencil push-up. It's where the eyes converge, so just get a little closer to show you. The eyes are gonna stare at that letter. We're gonna keep it about forehead level for now. So I'm gonna turn to my left because right was less comfortable. So I'm turning away from that positionally. And then I'm gonna stand up nice and tall and do a few pencil push-ups. I want you to breathe and relax as you do those pencil push-ups. This is the one where your mom might have told you, don't cross your eyes because they'll stay like that. Well, they won't, and it's actually really important for a healthy midbrain and healthy visual system to be able to do this. So we can turn away from the position of discomfort if you had one, and then a few repetitions. You may want to record yourself or have someone watch you with this to make sure that your eyes come in at the same speed and the same distance. So if one pupil's really good at this, or one eye and the muscles and the nerve pathway to the midbrain is really strong, you'll see the one eye just will kind of stay put and the other eye will come in and converge. So you may want to work on that, maybe work with a neuro performance coach if you or somebody you're working with find that one eye really doesn't like to come in as well as the other one. And then you'd go ahead and retest. So after we did a few reps of the pencil push-up, you can try again your position that was uncomfortable. And for me, that's better going to the right. Freed that up, more range of motion, felt a little bit smoother, a little bit faster. All good signs when we're testing movement and how your brain is taking in input, interpreting it, and then sending movement output. So always rechecking movement can be one good indicator of brain health and how your brain, again, is receiving information, what it might want more of, what it might want a little bit less of. So our next one, I want you to go ahead and check extension. We're gonna bend back instead of forward. Same thing here, if you back bend and then turn a little bit to the left, and back bend, turn a little bit right, and back bend. So for me, again, it's right side and back bend, feel a little bit of discomfort, and doesn't just feel quite as smooth and free as going to the left. So for this one, we're gonna target a different brainstem area called the pons. We're gonna work not just on convergence, but now divergence, with more focus on divergence. So across the room here, I have a blue light, and I'm gonna look at my pencil, this time rotating towards that discomfort. So I'm gonna turn myself to line up with my visual target here. As I right rotate, again, right side was a little uncomfortable going into that back bend. I'm gonna go to a close focus on my pencil and then a far focus, maybe 15 or 20 feet away. Again, breathing, staying tall, emphasizing a little bit more time on your far target. So spend a little bit more, a couple extra seconds on that target in the distance, and doing a few repetitions again. Again, if you had an uncomfortable position, this time we're turning towards that discomfort and then doing our near-far convergence, divergence with the eyes. Then we go back and recheck. Okay, and a little bit better again on the back bend. Most significant difference for me today, and you might be different, is forward bend. So I really felt like that right rotation, forward bend freed up. So maybe that I need to work more on the pencil push-ups instead of the convergence divergence drill. So that one gave me the more positive retest or reassessment. So hope you found that one of these exercises really helped. If so, you could do it a few times throughout the day, anywhere from 3 to 5 times, just 30 seconds of practice here and there. Get your little delicious movement snacks that make you better, make your brain better. And I think that you'll find over a couple weeks, a couple months of consistent practice, you'll really start to unlock some new movement and performance potential for yourself. Remember to like and share, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thanks.